Let's be real, Amazon is the undisputed giant of e-commerce. But have you ever wondered what it actually takes to build an app that could even play in the same league? Well, we're going to dive into that today and break down the founder's journey step by step.
I mean, come on. It's the billion-dollar question for any entrepreneur, right? The idea is absolutely thrilling, but the path to get there can seem, well, impossible. But what if it wasn't? What if you had a blueprint? Okay, so before we even think about climbing, we have to understand the mountain we're facing. Building an app like Amazon isn't one giant leap. It's a series of stages. You've got the vast product selection, the hyper-personalization, the incredible logistics. It's a lot. But look, the goal isn't to replicate the whole thing on day one. It's about taking their winning strategies and adapting them to your own unique vision.
And that brings us to our very first phase, your summit strategy. You know, just like any big expedition, the most critical part happens before you even take a single step. It is all about the plan.
So, this is where you have to get really honest with yourself. What is your big idea? What specific problem are you solving for people? Are you going to be a single brand selling your own stuff? Or are you building a marketplace for others? Defining your niche here is absolutely critical, because a specialized app that really serves a specific audience can punch way above its weight. Next up, you've got to choose the right business model to power that core idea. You've got options. You could go single vendor, where you control everything from start to finish, or a marketplace, which gives you massive scale. You could even do a subscription model for that sweet, recurring revenue, or dropshipping to keep your startup costs way down. This choice is going to shape everything else about your app. And the last piece of phase one, and this is non-negotiable, you have to know who you're building this for. An app only works if it meets real user needs. You need to get inside their heads. What do they like? How do they prefer to pay? What are their expectations for shipping and returns? This is the stuff that turns a one-time visitor into a lifelong fan. All right, our strategy is locked in. Now it's time for phase two, building your base camp. This is where the ideas start to get real. We're talking about putting together the actual tools and features that will form the foundation of your entire app. Now, the whole build process can seem super overwhelming, but we can really break it down into 3 manageable pillars. First, what will your app actually do? Second, what's the technology that's going to make it all work? And third, how will it look and feel to the person using it? Let's tackle each one. So the foundation of any great e-commerce app these days is a set of features that people just expect. I'm talking about things like signing up with your social media account, a search bar that actually finds what you're looking for, and of course, a checkout process that feels completely secure. These aren't luxuries anymore. They're essential for building trust. And of course, there's a whole world happening behind the curtain. If you're building a marketplace, your vendors absolutely need tools to manage their products and see how they're doing. And you, the admin, need a central command center to oversee everything from users and sales to running marketing campaigns. All right, let's talk about the engine room. The tech stack sounds super complicated, but it's really just a set of layers working together. Think of it this way. The front end is everything the user sees and touches. The back end is the brain doing all the hard work. The database is the memory storing all the info. And the cloud, well, that's the home where it all lives and has room to grow. And finally, the design. And I don't just mean making it look pretty. Great design is all about making the user's journey as simple and painless as possible. From the second they open the app to the final click to buy, it's not about being flashy. It's about being fast, clear, and trustworthy. Okay, take a breath. Our base camp is built. We are ready for phase 3, the final ascent. This is the exciting part. This is where we take all that hard work and finally launch it out into the world. The launch sequence is like your final pre-flight checklist. You've got to integrate your payment and shipping systems, test every single function for bugs and security holes, and then you can deploy to the app stores with a marketing plan ready to hit the ground running. After that, it's all about making money and using your data to grow. Okay, let's just talk about the elephant in the room. The cost. Building a totally custom app from scratch can easily run into 6 figures, and that right there can be a major roadblock for a lot of founders. But here's the really good news. The game is changing. There are these things called no-code platforms, and they are a total game changer. These tools let you build incredibly powerful professional apps using visual interfaces, kind of like building with digital Legos. You don't need a massive budget or a computer science degree anymore. And this is such a key takeaway. Getting your app into the store isn't the finish line. E-commerce is never done. It is a constant, looping cycle of innovating, listening to your customers, and refining the experience. So yeah, reaching the peak isn't the end of the climb. The real success comes from staying up there. And you do that by listening to feedback, by analyzing the data, and by constantly innovating. Because in the world of e-commerce, if you're standing still, you're actually falling behind. So there you have it, the journey from a simple idea to a fully fledged e-commerce app. We've laid out the strategy, the build, and the launch. You have the blueprint. The only question left is, what will you build?